Hey everyone, welcome to the ongoing saga of the church flashing sign that doesn't belong in this neighborhood. This is Randy, and got a little bit more to add to the story. Got a call from the pastor over there today wanting to know what kind of compromise could be made, and I informed him that the only compromise I could see was when they removed that middle sign from their sign there, the middle part of it. And he was not willing to do that, and proceeded to just basically not be able to answer any of my questions about why they thought it was a good idea in the first place. And they put their faith in the city planners that, and I'm sure they're sign salesmen, which we'll go into that different part of the video also. Had a conversation with those folks that didn't end up very well, but just want to go over a little bit of what I found. This is the Fremont zoning ordinance that I got from the town of Fremont when I went up. They gave me this free copy. Notice it says a place to come home to at the bottom, which is kind of a joke. But, well, here we go. The biggest thing is I got to start with is this section right here, which is... in all districts, the provisions of this subsections will apply. Sorry, I'm not a great cameraman yet. But it gives you your setback here, the size of the sign, and we'll go over that. But basically, the first thing I want to show here is non-residential uses are permitted one bulletin board identification sign indicating nothing other than the name or address of the premises, scheduled service, other information. The part here, such sign shall not be erected to a height greater than 4 feet high and shall not exceed 12 square feet in area. Now, I'm not sure why they don't think this applies, but I would say that this is a residence district. I'll walk outside here in a minute, show you that we are in the middle of complete residential area. So that's really my first thing that should be a flag to say that sign's not allowed here. Couple things here. No luminous sign within 50 feet. I do have to do a little bit more research on that. I believe that is in violation also. But, of course, no exterior sign shall be permitted to display flashing, revolving, rotating, or animated lighting or illumination. Okay. When I asked what their definition of flashing was, they said that what this sign was doing, they did not consider that flashing. You've got a smartphone in your hand, look up the definition of flashing. I would say that what that sign is doing, it's flashing. When it goes from a dark blue to a bright yellow, there is a flash. The city of Fremont is using their own definition of words on a legal document. Which I also had some issues with this because they're saying that property here in the town of Fremont means your structure, not your property line. So I have a real issue with that one, but it may not pertain to me, although I do think it pertains here. And then I guess the other big thing is they're saying that they're meeting the setback. I went over and measured. They're 27 feet from the road, so that sign should not be any bigger than 50 square feet. So I went over, and I'm going to show you this diagram. This is what they did. I went over and measured the other day. And so what they did, they calculated this part being the sign. 42 square feet. Well, they put the address on there, and if you notice, what it says is that you don't calculate exclusives of supporting members that bear no message. Okay? Get this. Exclusives of supporting members that bear no message. For one thing, if you look at my previous video, this part of the sign is not a supporting member. There is a steel post set in concrete that runs all the way up through the top of this sign. This is part of the sign because their address is right here. So when you add that up, it takes it to like 60 square feet, which means theoretically that sign should be back 50 feet from the road. If you want to, I need to zoom in on this so you can see it. Again, I apologize. I don't have any of the fancy stuff. I'm just an everyday Joe, just trying to show you guys what happens. I'm sure the sign company looked at this and said, hey, we have a way we can manipulate this. We'll make the actual sign to fit that. You can put it 20 feet from the road, And this is great, but that only includes this part. If I did my math right, and hopefully people are out there checking me because I'd like to know if I did anything wrong, but basically this sign is 92 inches high by 102 inches wide, because it says back there in the regulations that you basically draw a rectangular around it, and that's the square footage of the sign. This sign should be 50 foot back from the road, as far as I can tell. If you look at the regulations and look at the table, 50 square feet, 50 back. So, you know, like I said, the first thing is this right here. That right there should make that sign over there not fit the zoning requirement, period. I don't understand how you can read that and go any further. But if you want to, then you can look at all of these other things and say, according to the zoning, which is what they keep sending me to, everybody, the sign company, the church, even the zoning board says, hey, we okayed the permit. It looked like it was going to be okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out how this is okay, zoning-wise. But again, one of the biggest issues that I have with this is ethically, should this church be putting lights up that shine in people's eyes when they're driving? This is a residential neighborhood. We have kids, we have dogs, we have all kinds of people driving by here. And now we have a sign. And amazingly, they must have shut it off a little early tonight. So I don't know if it's going to do any good, but we'll see what happens. And still, I want that sign, I want that gone. It's not legal here. Again, look at all this. This is a residential neighborhood. There is no reason to have a big business / industrial size sign like that here in this neighborhood. Thank you for watching. Please share, please subscribe, comments, pro or con, please leave them. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Thank you.